Hello everyone. Ancient Greek playwright and poet Euripides said, "Tell me who your friend is, and I will tell you who you are." And after him, these words were repeated by many great people, including the legendary Spanish writer Miguel Cervantes. Have you ever thought about how the people around us influence us? Successful, positive friends with the common topics of conversations and goals can improve each other's quality of life. They infect themselves with positivity, attitude, and provide motivation. When communicating, people share their energy, life philosophy, and views, so you should choose people with similar interests and views. A simple example, if your goal is to earn money or build a career, you should surround yourself with the successful people who have already achieved financial stability and prosperity. This way you can get wise advices from the people who have already achieved the things, and motivation for development and self-realization. So analyze your social circle. First, you need to identify those who drag you down and prevent you from developing, self-actualizing, and then look for the people with whom you need to establish a contact for the future growth and success. A positive attitude and optimistic outlook on the futures are the keys to success. Communication with successful people allows you to change your thinking and get into a positive frame of mind. And this is vital if you want to achieve something in life. Now let's look at some points. A negative environment is harmful to health. We are used to imitate around those and we do not necessarily do it consciously. Often this happens naturally. And even you decide to swim against in this matter, it will probably be difficult for you. It's not so easy to lead a sober lifestyle when everyone around you drink alcohol and consider it normal. If you decide to separate yourself from the crowd in this regard, it is most likely that you will encounter misunderstandings. And you will have to constantly spend time and energy explaining everyone your position and defending this position. The same applies to smoking, drug use, healthy eating, and sports. If your friends don't have the habit of taking care of health, then it is unlikely to support you in your desire to monitor your health. And in the worst case, they even will try to force you to change your position, dampen your enthusiasm, and weaken your determination. And now you yourself are no longer sure that you are doing right, and you begin to suspect that you are overdoing it. And as a result are tempted to give up, relax. When you are constantly told to drink beer instead of going to the gym, and you are persuaded to create unhealthy junk food on the road to the home instead of eating a full healthy lunch, and they also say that only small kids go to the bed before the midnight, and only idiots go and they also say that only idiots get up 5 in the morning to do the morning exercises, then your health is unlikely to benefit from such company. The second one, a negative environment wastes time and prevents you from achieving your goals. At best, your conversation with such people will be an empty chatter. At worst, they even will try to dumble his problems on you and not those with which you can somehow help. And you will listen to all this out of a politeness and a fear of seeming rude. As a result, to fall the category of the bad friends. Usually after such a conversation, you feel tired and empty because you've just stolen an hour or even several. In addition, those friends may invite you to the activities that will take up your time and will not bring benefits. it is very likely that you will have to skip workouts, lessons, reading useful literature, watching educational videos and doing other useful activities because your friend invited you to the cinema, cafe, bar, get-together or party. And even so you understood that this topic that this activity is not the topic now, but you couldn't refuse so as not to offend your friend and as a result not have to listen to the lecture of friends don't do that. This way you will waste time on things that do not correspond to your goals and do not contribute to the fulfillment of your desires. And the larger the losses are, the greater the likelihood that some of your planned achievements will simply not happen. Because the time that you should have spent to working on your achievements have stolen from you and you didn't resist it. Sounds unpleasant, right? Our environment prevents us from achieving our goals. Indeed, it's unpleasant to constantly face misunderstandings and condemnation, and endlessly answer the question, why do you listen to an audiobook on the road, not music? And taking the self-development training instead of playing computer for an hours. Does it inspire you when your friends ridicule your goals and tell you that you shouldn't even try because because you will fail anyway? And this is and even the strongest person eventually gets tired of swimming against the tide. And this is exactly what we do when we surround ourselves with the wrong people. We swim against the tide. When your goals are alien to your social circle, you will constantly feel like a black sheep, an outsider. They will devalue your goals and criticize your dreams. And in the end, you yourself may begin to doubt whether you can do it at all and whether you should give up in a high goal in favor of something easier and much and less ambitious. Harvard is for the rich and geniuses, and you are the mere mortal. Are you really dreaming of conquering the Everest? Come on, watch the video on the YouTube. You will see the same thing sitting on the couch. Why are you taking these courses? You have an extra money or what? Are you seriously going to read this nerdy book instead of going to the bar? Sound familiar? If yes, then you should urgently change your social circle. And the last one, quality and enjoyment of life. In light of everything that has already been said, think about it and honestly answer the question, can you really enjoy the life when you are surrounded by the wrong people? What quality will this life be? They don't understand you, they don't support you, they consider you an eccentric, they make fun of you, they convince that you will never rise high, and your efforts are regularly how does this make you feel? And if they also pour negativity on you every day, you are forced to constantly listen to complaints and your head is filled with negativity, with the problems. And the problems that you still cannot help solve. Your environment is methodically killing your motivation, convincing that it's quite normal not to strive for anything, not to develop, to waste time, and in general it's better to have a bird in the hand than a pie in the sky. Do you really believe that you can live comfortably in such a society and at the same time successfully achieve your goals and work to fulfill your plans and enjoy the achievements? I think you know the answer yourself. We live on the earth only once, and the life is too short to waste it on the people with whom you are not on the same path and who feel it with the negative emotions. Thank you.